Comic-Con gave us a lot of announcements and a few possible leaks. Have you heard about them yet? Why would Fantastic Four be the perfect movie to open Marvel Phase 6? Is the Punisher really coming back? Settle in, we've got much more to share. Let's get to it and bring you up to speed. Let's start with why Fantastic Four is the perfect movie to open Marvel Phase 6. So far, Marvel's Cinematic Universe Phase 4 has felt a bit messy. Even the most recent and best entries like Ms. Marvel or Shang-Chi feel disconnected from the rest of the universe, if not overburdened by expectations and desires of Marvel fans. But now the end of Phase 4 has been announced with this year's Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Phase 5 being relatively short, there's finally some order in the chaos visible. With all those exciting announcements also came the revelation that the Fantastic Four, Marvel's first family, is finally being introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fans have been begging for the Fantastic Four to be pulled into the MCU. So far, we've been disappointed, but not without reason, because timing is everything, and the MCU simply wasn't ready for the impact that the Fantastic Four will have on the entire universe. When Thunderbolts hits, our beloved MCU heroes will have lost their way all but completely. They saved the universe from Thanos, but at what cost? In Phase 5, we'll truly feel how much the MCU is missing a true center, and all will seem lost. And that's when the Fantastic Four come in, right on time, bringing unity and optimism. The Fantastic Four are explorers, but they're a family first, and by the time Phase 6 comes around, we'll all need a lesson on what that means. Next, Giancarlo Esposito has met Marvel, and this is which character he'd like to portray. Before San Diego Comic-Con was on its way, rumors about Giancarlo Esposito and his possible involvement in a Marvel Cinematic Universe project started circulating. Naturally, fans took a shot and asked him about it. Esposito hasn't worked on an MCU project before, but he admitted to the crowd at Comic-Con that he has been in a room with them. Esposito is an admirer of the work that has been done within the MCU and would love to work on one of their projects as well. He feels like what Marvel is doing is in line with what Joe Campbell talked about as well, who happened to be a friend of George Lucas, whom George Lucas put into his own stories. According to Esposito, it wasn't a meeting about a specific character. He said there was a talk of Doctor Doom, Magneto, and then there is Professor X, and all of them would be perfect for Esposito. But which one of them would he like to play himself? I'm going to go for something that is a little bit different. I'm going to go and put it out in the universe that it is Professor X. Esposito answered when a fan asked him to pick one. Professor X has been portrayed by the brilliant Sir Patrick Stewart, his most recent appearance being in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. But could it be that it's time for Professor X to get a new face? Who knows? Following is the Punisher coming back to the MCU. The first time Jon Bernthal portrayed the Punisher was in Netflix's Daredevil. He was so well received by fans that he'd go on to get his very own show on the platform, which ran for 2 seasons. Most shows would end up being canceled by Netflix, but Disney Plus is bringing a whole lot of the fan favorites back, and there's even more speculation about others. And now we've even gotten a name for the new Daredevil show, Daredevil Born Again. It seems like the Punisher could be one of them. Rosario Dawson was part of the cast of the Punisher as well, portraying the role of Claire Temple, and she was on a panel at C2E2 when she potentially dropped a very big reveal. I found out yesterday that the Punisher was happening again, she said during the event, so I feel like it's my second chance. It's not clear whether Dawson was supposed to let that slip, but it's not like she's the only one who has trouble keeping her excitement about new projects secret. Bernthal has always made it clear that he feels very grateful to be in his position, and working in the MCU would be the exact thing he feels he was meant to be doing. What do you think? Did Dawson leak the return of the Punisher, or does it sound too good to be true? Next up, Disney has confirmed a dozen names for Secret Invasion, the first ever crossover event in the MCU. We've been given the first good look at Charlie Cox's Daredevil in the upcoming series She-Hulk, and there are whispers about what villain Anthony Ramos could be portraying in Ironheart. Make sure to stick around until the end of the video if you want to find out more. Disney has confirmed 12 names for Marvel's first ever crossover event, Secret Invasion. Secret Invasion is another one of those projects that has been kept under tight wraps, to the frustration of the curious fans who simply can't wait for the series to drop, even if they know that it's still going to be years away. But Secret Invasion is special, not in the least because the project is shrouded in mystery, but because of its massive cast. Until now, all we really knew that Secret Invasion is based on the book of the same name, and that the series will revolve around the Evil Skrulls storyline, where they infiltrate Earth over the years, impersonating heroes and high-ranking officials in preparation for their invasion. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has hinted that Skrulls actually have a variety variety of moralities among them, much like humans do. More recently, Marvel confirmed that Secret Invasion will also be the first ever crossover event within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as if we needed more to anticipate these series even more badly. This means that more familiar faces of the interconnected franchise will appear. Among those names, we now find Kobe Smulders, Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn, Martin Freeman, and Don Cheadle. But there are also names that are completely new, with unknown characters like Emilia Clarke, Killian Scott, and Olivia Colman. Now, if only they would just tell us who they're portraying, that would be amazing. In addition, Disney has given fans the first good look at Charlie Cox's Daredevil in She-Hulk. It's almost 4 years ago that the last episode of the third and last season of Netflix's Daredevil came to an end. But a lot has changed since then. For one, it's actually a pretty amazing time to be a Daredevil fan, because he's back, and he's here to stay. During the San Diego Comic-Con, it was revealed that Daredevil has a part to play in the story of She-Hulk, an attorney at law. This revelation was tacked onto the end of a She-Hulk preview, almost over too fast to even register that Daredevil was presented to us at all, which is probably why it was decided that another chance must be given to us patient fans, and a series of pictures was posted on the official Twitter page. It was one of those posts that hides different pictures that are only seen when you click on them, and in this case, Daredevil in all his beautiful glory was tucked away in there as well. Hidden in the fourth image, you can see Charlie Cox's Daredevil on top of a car and a picture of the side of his face. Given they're not the best pictures, but who wants to complain when we're getting Daredevil back much sooner than we were expecting? This Daredevil has a yellowish color incorporated in his suit, harkening back to the days Matt Murdock still wore the yellow and red costume in the earliest comics. Do you like what they did with Daredevil's suit? And finally, rumors reveal who Anthony Ramos' supervillain could be. When Kamala Khan was introduced into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, she was given her own series in order for her to find her place in the MCU, ahead of her big screen role in the Marvels. But when it comes to Riri Williams, a genius teenager and friend of Wakanda, things were done a little differently. She will get her debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, but she'll be portrayed by Dominic Thorne, after which she'll go on to get her very own series as well in late 2023, Ironheart. It's very possible that co-star Anthony Ramos will be playing a villainous The Hood. Not typically an antagonist, there are signs that Ramos didn't get a one-way ticket, and Ironheart is only the beginning of his journey in the MCU, though it would be different to have the Hood be the bad guy, as his character is rooted in magic, as opposed to Riri's technology. This would offer a very intriguing contrast to the story, and there would be an opening for redemption, a becoming of who the Hood could be, and who knows what could follow. Fans seem to agree. Ramos might have taken up the Hood, and we're all here for it. That's it for now. Do you think the Fantastic Four is the perfect way to introduce Phase 6 of the MCU? Let us know in the comments what you think, and thanks for watching.